All right, people, it's Mike with the Claim Squad Public Adjusters. Today's property damage claim video: water damage insurance claims, mold damage insurance claims. I'm going to try and be brief on this. Now, water damage claims are the most common in Florida of all property damage claims. Now, one thing people don't really know: grab your policy. If you don't have a water damage claim and you're just watching this video and you live in Florida, grab your policy. You've got to look for two things, okay? When you look at your declaration page and or your application, find out if you see that you're getting any credit for a water damage exclusion, all right? Or if you have to pay any money, but not that much, for a water damage limit. Now, these two conditions are extremely popular in Florida. Not that people want them, people don't know they have them. They don't know they have water damage exclusion or a water damage limit of $10,000. But insurance companies are forcing this more and more on people because they're seeing the liability that they face and the amount of money they have to pay on water damage claims. So the problem is, even if you don't want it, your agent may fight back and say, we can't get you any of the coverage. I don't know if that's true or not, but they may say, we can't get you any coverage. You've got to stick with this policy for the $10,000 water damage. Man, if that happened to me, that would scare the crap out of me. I would be nervous because it doesn't take much anymore for $10,000 to add up like that. So look at your policy. If there's any way, if you do have a water damage exclusion, call your agent tomorrow and you have that change. Listen, I just saw I have water damage exclusion. Heck no. Get this off. I don't want any exclusions for water damage or mold damage. If you have a water damage limit, do the same thing. Call the agent. I don't want to be limited to $10,000. Why am I being limited? I didn't know this. Why didn't you tell me, Mr. Agent? So agents are doing this blindly to people. People don't know. If you had your policy a couple of years and it just renews, look, you may not know. All right? So now let's talk about water damage claims. And I have a video before, but I think it's important to bring up some things that happen. So when you make a water damage claim, let me talk about language that's in the policy. Language that is adversarial and doesn't help you. Okay? This is it. What do you see in 99% of policies in Florida? Repeated or constant leakage or seepage is excluded. So when you go to make your claim, please remember this. Remember these keywords, buzzwords. Abrupt, suddenly, just happened. Okay? These type of words trigger coverage for your water damage because it just happened. It was recent. It abruptly happened. Suddenly happened. All right? Use these four words when you call to make your claim. Even if your claim happened a few months ago, better tell them it happened recently. Don't tell them it happened a few months ago, but you didn't know about it. And then what ties into that is the mold. As soon as they see mold, they're more than likely possibly going to deny your claim because they're going to say, that damage was there for a while. You had a repeated or constant leak or seepage. All right? We don't cover that. We don't cover long-term leaks. We don't cover gradual leaks from wear and tear, from old appliances or equipment or hoses. There's ways around that. And I can help you with that. But at least I want you to know the language and know when you report the claim what words to use and what words to stay away from, because that's important. Now, some other things these insurance companies will do, they may bring out a leak detection company, plumber, sometimes in rare cases engineers, all right, depending how bad the damage is. And what these people are going to do is basically say, it's wear and tear. It's a long-term leak. I see these repeatedly where companies say the leak has been there for 6 months to 2 years. We don't know when. All right. If there's a lot of mold damage, oh, that leak and the occurrence of mold happened because it's a long-term leak, a slow leak. They love using the word slow too. How they determine what a slow leak is beyond me. But anyhow, again, all these little words that the insurance company likes to use: slow leak, gradual, repeated, constant. We can work around that. I work around that all the time. It's not a big deal. If you try to handle it yourself, there's a lot of pitfalls with water damage claims, so you need to be careful. Some of the things I just highlighted. Also, they're going to act like your friend. The adjuster's going to give you a low ball estimate. Now, when it comes to mold damage, all right, mold damage is a whole different ball game. In that, they always think it's been a long-term issue. So when they see mold, now the other thing is too with your policy, before I forget, most policies only have $10,000 in mold coverage. I would recommend minimum 15 if you can get the coverage. 20 is even better, because mold coverage, mold damage, once you start getting into the work, it just adds up quickly. A little room, little bathroom, you expend the $10,000 coverage immediately almost. So keep that in mind. Check to see if you have mold damage exclusion. But there's ways we get around that too, because what they try and say, if the mold damage is more than 14 days, we don't cover it. All right? So they'll come out there, send their adjuster or whoever else out, outside field adjuster, independent adjuster, and they're going to try and pin it on that it's been there for a while, longer than 14 days, we don't cover it, sorry, we're denying your claim. Or the other common thing, they'll give a reduced low ball estimate. Say, okay, your deductible's $1,000. We do the estimate at $1,800. We'll pay you $800. And the estimate should be a lot higher, because I know if we did the estimate, we would do it a lot higher. Just because I know every insurance company does these crazy low ball, ridiculous estimates that make absolutely no sense, and they're constantly taking advantage of property owners, homeowners, condo owners, townhome owners, etc. So I didn't want to make this video too long, but let's recap really quick. Water damage, make sure you don't have any limitations of $10,000. If you do, try to get rid of it. Try to get rid of that $10,000 limit. Same thing if a water damage exclusion. Try to get rid of that. Mold damage, all right? Try to at least have $15,000 of coverage. Would be better, $20,000, if they can write that for you. They should be able to. How they wording of claims, remember, don't use anything. It's been a long-term leak I've had. It's been a gradual leak. It's been a slow leak. Stay away from those words. Don't use repeated. Don't use constant. These words you want to use: recent, abruptly, suddenly, just happened. All right? Keep those words in mind. And overall, if you have any other issues with a water damage or mold damage claim, feel free to give me a call. My contact information is below in this YouTube video. Again, I'm Mike, the Claim Squad Public Adjusters. Thanks for watching this video.